something in my heart didn't feel right about the modeling. I was going to go to New York in like a week or two. And the modeling world, it's filled with Satanism. It's filled with you having to sell your soul. It's filled with you might have to sleep with an executive to, even as a guy, as a man, you might have to sleep with a man to get a certain job, to work with Calvin. I don't want to say any names or anything, because we don't want to get into that. But that's what the world is filled. And I was kind of aware of that. I knew I had to sell my soul to get into that. But I didn't know. Now that I'm older, I'm so grateful I left. So I prayed istikhara. Istikhara is a salat that you pray when you're choosing between doing something and not doing it. And so you have to make the intention that I'm going to go and sign this contract, or I am going to go and buy this house, or I'm going to go and marry this woman, or I'm going to, whatever it is. You can pray istikhara for anything. I'm going to go eat this burger. Is it halal or not? Whatever. You can pray istikhara for. So I prayed istikhara. Bro, the modeling agency called me the next day. Hey, Hiwa, your contract has been terminated. Because I read through the contract and I was like, okay, I'm going to sign this. I'm going to go to New York. As soon as I prayed istikhara, the next day after, the company called me. Yeah, your contract's been terminated. And I was kind of down. I was like, man, I could use my looks to get into this job and get into. But I was like, man, Alhamdulillah, I didn't go through that process. And yeah, from then on, I've just been learning about my religion, learning about my creator, urging other Muslims to be strong, and trying to be the best example before I'm gone. Because me and you, one day, we're gonna die. Death had a major impact on me. And I know I've been talking for a long time. I want to make this more conversation based. Death became one of the biggest things because I would visit a lot of funerals after this, and I would, bro, this guy's a doctor, this guy's a lawyer, this guy's a millionaire, being lowered into the same grave as the other graves. And it's such a, like, you feel kind of numb, like, oh, like, okay, we have these platforms, we have these social media platforms. Bro, as soon as we're dead, we're gone. If the content's not pumping out, we're gone. We disappear like this. And the only thing that will be left is our actions. So yeah, that's kind of how I want to phrase that, inshallah.
Is that part of the reason why you ended up taking all the photos and videos down off your account of you shirtless? Because I know you mentioned that previously. You took down every single video and photo of you with no shirt on. And mind you, for people who don't know who you are, your aura was covered. So it's not like you were exposing your aura. Why'd you take them down?
Okay. Before I started the social media thing, I remember I was posting content and I would post stuff with music. And, music is not permissible. Islamically, if you look at it across all of the schools of thoughts, it's not permissible. If somebody says it's permissible, bring me evidence from the Quran and Sunnah against my evidence. I will happily bring you evidence from Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Al-Quran al-Kareem. So, before I started the social media, I said, okay, how can I grow my social media? If Allah owns the heavens and the earth, and He's the most wealthy, and He's the one that can grant me success, because then why don't I do things His way? Why not? He owns the heavens. Why don't I get this social media via His way? And so I stopped using music, and bro, I started blowing up. My video hit 100,000 likes, 200,000 likes, 300,000 likes. I remember this one video. I was back in 2021, and I've been posting for a while, and boom, one hit off. And I remember Andrew Tate liked it. A lot of celebrities liked it. It's just, and I was like, subhanAllah, see what happens when you obey Allah. See what happens when you listen, when you think, okay, sometimes as human beings, we have this problem in our mind. We think we can attain wealth and health and through impermissible means, when Allah has made the earth very easy to accumulate, very easy to be wealthy, very easy to be rich. But we think we can attain it through, let's say halal, let's say loans. Not halal loans. Let's say loans, riba. America is flooded with it. I grew up in it. I know what it is. I know the argument for it, argument against it. Obviously, it's haram. And so we think that if we go and attain this loan, that we're going to be wealthy and rich. But in reality, bro, Allah owns the heavens and the earth. Taking a riba or doing something that displeases Him is, imagine, like, Allah owns the heavens and the earth, and He causes everything to happen, and you're like, let me get something cool that I like, disobeying Him. You are going to war. You're going at war with Him when you take riba. When you're not going to war with Him when you post music, but you're committing sins to try to. Because at the end of the day, bro, me and you are just we're gonna be lowered into our graves alone. I came into this life alone, and we're gonna be dead alone, and we're gonna be held accountable alone. So, Yani, I know that whoever leaves something for the sake of Allah, Allah will replace it with that which is better. And the thing is, when I post myself with my titties out and some of my abs out, some young youth is gonna look at me and be like, I want to be like that guy. And I don't want to be. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I'm very. The thing is, people think having fame and relative fame, having money, they think it's like a blessing and it's amazing to have. But in reality, now your load is much heavier. Now you have to carry it with good intention. You have to be careful it doesn't corrupt you. Yeah, because the thing is, I remember, I think it's a story of Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu. They had conquered some lands and they had found the wealth reserves of that land. And his companions were rejoicing at all the gold, all the jewels, all the livestock, everything. They were like, okay, we're gonna distribute it. We're rich now. We got. And Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, he was crying. Like, Ya Umar radiallahu anhu, why are you crying? He said, no nation has been gifted this except that after receiving it, they were destroyed. So perhaps Allah gives you something and it is your destruction. And He gives you wealth and it's that wealth destroys you and you get consumed by it. And perhaps He grants you fame and you become arrogant in your views and you're destroyed by it. And wallahi, we're terrified of that. Wallahi, we're terrified of committing any, like, what we say has an impact on people's lives. We're, I guess, influencers. We influence people to do things. So it's we always have to, as creators, check ourselves, because there's a day coming where you and I will both be held accountable. This conversation is going to be brought back up, and I hope we enter Jannah in a group together, and we're Allah is pleased with us, and we can see Allah, and Allah is yani, smiling at us and pleased with us and happy with us, you know. So we're just the main reason is, bro, I don't want to. If I have a doubt about something, the Prophet ﷺ said to leave off doubtful matters. Yeah, that's the main reason, bro.
How did that change though, right? Because it's not, you didn't start that way. Like, did you learn something? Did something happen? What was the change? Because there's a lot of people who we do things where we're like, yes, I know what I'm doing is slightly wrong, but we don't end up changing. Like, what caused you to actually change?
Allah allowed it. First and foremost, Allah allowed it. Secondly, I had brothers around me telling me, Hiwa, what you're doing is wrong. And then also I had brothers saying, bro, yani, there are women on this platform. When they see you, sometimes, something can become haram, impermissible, if fitna is caused by it. If there's fitna, if there's like trials, if, let's say, me posting myself shirtless and just covering my aura is enticing to somebody's wife. Maybe they're, I hate to say it, but maybe they're touching themselves to it. Maybe they're looking at their husband. They're like, oh, he's so fat and he's out of shape, and look at this guy, he's so hot, and so that could be a potential me being a home wrecker. That could. I'm still going to be a home wrecker to a relative extent, but I'm running my business, and that's another fitna that could occur. So what I'm doing is relatively okay. I've spoken to students of knowledge. It's always important that you always ask Allah for guidance, because we can. The only reason I started posting myself shirtless with the aura covered was because I saw other influencers doing it and they were getting in views and raking in likes and things of that nature.